Hasn't gotten old, that song. Has not gotten old. Like kids in Fontaine. That's a way to start the stream off. Hi, hello, welcome. Who is this fine gentleman? I don't recognize him. Hi. I didn't realize this was next. Here. Hi, hello, welcome, 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 welcome. I'm actually doing okay today. I was about to say that I'm not doing awesome today, which I'm not doing awesome, but I'm doing okay today. My ribs hurt a lot. But other than that, I'm doing pretty alright. When I said in previous streams that I picked up another gacha game, what I meant to say is, how do I put this? I might stream it, but I have really been getting into this other game that I've been playing. Not sure why, because it's a turn-based. It's a turn-based. It's a tile turn-based. Which I did not think was gonna be my jam. But yeah, that might be something that comes across the stream one of these days. Anyways, hello. My brain is splattered right now. I'm not sure what's going on with me. Hello, Monday, Halcyon, Jobster, Mini Spices, hello. Been a while. Hello, Soth and Lone Wolf. What is up, Tim and Spontaneous? I'm probably reading multiple names twice, but hello, hello, hello. I've already whatted a Jobster. Hello, Kawaii Spirit. Boop. Spirit Kawaii. Here, I can actually pull up. I was telling my sister about it today when I called her. And the way I phrased it is it combines three of the oh whoops, I didn't mean to do that. It combines three of our favorite things. By which I mean my sister and I. It combines girls, gambling, and guns. I threw this on the Discord. If you've been keeping up with the Discord. Anyways. I find it funny how she takes her financial advisor. She takes her financial advisor and cuddles her up in the air and blows bubbles with her. Let's take Aval's line back into Fontaine. And then the Narzissenkreuz Adventure in Fontaine, where there aren't supposed to be any oceanids. Meet a tiny oceanid. So this probably unlocked after. Oh, I haven't been here. Clearly. So this must have unlocked after the Archon quest then, huh? Wait. That's taking me... Okay, no, that's next to the court. Excuse me.
Welcome aboard this Aquabus, one of the most unique forms of transportation in all of Tibet. This boat will take you from Romaritime Station to the Court of Fontaine. Normally, this line doesn't have many passengers, so you have your pick of the best seats. But you still have to follow all the passenger guidelines.
Do I, though?
These include not placing sharp tools flat on the chairs and lunchboxes on board. We've had quarrels break out between passengers over things like that. Some even escalated into private brawls.
As opposed to public brawl. Well, I guess that makes sense, actually.
Rules state that if you want to fight, apply for a duel. So, those two passengers were promptly sent to the fortress of Meropede, where they went on to live peaceful, disciplined, and well-mannered lives. So, all's well that ends well, but please do not follow their example.
Oh, they disappeared. I really thought when we first took this line that the Fortress of Meropede was gonna be like a really horrible prisoner camp. When she was like, they went on to live well-mannered lives. Mm-hmm. They definitely didn't get killed down there. I was like, oh, that's what the fortress is. But no, they actually did go on to live well-mannered lives.
You know, Navia Line's Elfin was actually the ace of the Mauritius.
Wait, hang on, Avo.
Whoa! I a Phantom sleeve. I hear she caught a ton of criminals for the police, and she's the pride of us Melusines. After I was transferred here, one day she put on a new uniform, got on this boat, and said, "Since they dared to kick you all the way over here, then I don't have to stay in the Mauritius Phantom either." Even though we aren't on the same boat, being able to do the same job as Elfin really is wonderful.
Look at Avol's head. Look at Avol watching her. That is not that funny. That is it really isn't. I just really get a kick out of it.
Says that the founder of the Fontaine Research Institute, Alain Guillotin, invented a prototype hundreds of years ago that could think and speak, and was even smarter than me. Even though nobody knows where that mecha is today, legends like this have inspired countless engineers and inventors to try to develop artificial intelligence. So everyone's made tons of really amazing clockwork mecha. I heard there's one model of mecha that has gone on to be very successful working in public security. If there really was a mecha smarter than me, and more articulate, would I lose my job?
Well, Avol, that's a what a relevant topic. Narzissenkreuz is gonna take us to investigate the clock tower, isn't it? Fascinating. Oh my gosh, that tree's big. I always forget how huge the tree in Samario is, in the Oasis.
You know, I was once lucky enough to see Lady Farina herself stand upon the stage of the Opera Epiclese.
She stopped talking when Farina showed up. She's like, whoa! I feel like she was supposed to continue talking there. The recovery on that third attack is so cute. She's like, "Hee. It's good to be me." Can't wait for Snezhnaya and Abel. What about Snezhnaya and Lisa? I'm not sure why I said that out loud. Wait, there isn't really a Fontaine Lisa, is there?
We've arrived. Has the calm breeze and gentle swaying of the boat made you sleepy?
There really isn't a Samario Lisa either.
It's understandable. The Aquabus service strives to provide a relaxing journey for all passengers. Dozing off to a melazing soothing commentary with the beautiful sights of Fontaine around you must surely be a recipe for a sweet dream. Maybe I can take a part-time job telling bedtime stories to kids. Or I could just record the tour commentary.
Podcasting coming.
Blistow's workshop sells all kinds of curious popwork mecha. Maybe even custom voice recording equipment.
See you. See you, Miss A-Ball. Okay, over here. Head to the designated location. Lisa was to marry Lisa. Fair enough. To be fair. What am I doing? Why am I the way I am? There is an academia uniform for Lisa. When did you guys get that, by the way? Not that. Holy crap, I got a lot of characters these days. Boop. 3.4, same patch as Jet's last quest, which was also the same patch as Hatham's quest as well. Look at this little dude. Oh, Sleepy! Sleepy Oceanid. Sleepy Oceanid. This is bones. These are bones. There are bones here. Easy. Easy chest. Okay, we're going down here. There's a crab to murder, and who am I to say no to a little crab murder? Need those pearls for Navia as well. Oh, speaking of which. Her mittens are getting wet.
I'll take the lead today.
There's an ox somewhere around here as well. Whoa, I'm getting kicked off the team. It should not have been as funny as it was. Poor Aval, poor Kachina. Wait, that's a blubber beast. I thought it was a crab. I thought it was crab. Was not crab. Farina, you monster. Eek! Get it away from me! Is that the petite Cho you're referring to, Anne? That's right. Please help her. Anne. Our little oceanid friend is Anne. If you don't leave, I'm gonna get serious. Arrgh. Behind this closed door here? Oh, okay. I'm not sure why I used that on this. Hey there. How's it going? Here's backup. I'm saved. Oh, I was trying to attack you. Wait, so Petite Cho is a finch? Petit Cho is Petit Cho. Regardless, it's good that you're well, Petit Cho. Now, let me introduce these two. Actually, I haven't asked you your two names. I'm a knight who looks most reliable. Conry's the name. And Paimon's Paimon. Thank you, Knight Squirrel. Squire Paimon. Squire? Squire Paimon, attend to my weapons! You got it all wrong. Paimon's no squire. She's emergency food. And Conry's Paimon. Wait a moment. Your weapons need maintaining? Indeed, there's been a misunderstanding. We're companions, of course. And don't you get that twisted. And don't you get that twisted, you little bird. That's more like it. I don't know why I'm being a dick to the bird. I see. My apologies, Paimon. I am Petit Cho, a member of the Narzissenkreuz Adventure team. If not for your help, I might have... Well, Narcissus has girded his subordinates with the aegis of 4 orthants, so our powers are unable to overcome them. That's how it is. But with you and your companion on our side, good knight, we shall have nothing to fear. The princess will be pleased. One moment. Who is this princess again? Official, obviously. This entire thing is official quest. Also, what is this adventure team of yours? And what's going on with our Narcissus? Well, this is how things went. A long time ago, this was a kingdom of unparalleled gladness. The children and Princess Lyris lived happily together here. But later, the kingdom fell to the predations of Narcissus, a fell dragon who had designs on the princess and her treasures. Princess Lyris hid herself away in the high tower and entered a deep slumber. I wonder if the high tower is the clock tower. That is why we now name the kingdom Anaposis. Narcissus filled Anaposis with bitter waters. That which we just defeated was an evil being born from those waters, an entity that opposes the Reconquista. This time, we attempted to infiltrate this place and rescue the princess while the dragon was absent. However, we ran into a great many foes, and ultimately, we failed. But now that we have you and Paimon on our side, Conry, we have nothing to fear. Moreover, we have a princess, a kingdom, and a wicked dragon. Tradition and the stories dictate that we must also have a knight. Yes, a mighty and righteous knight like you, Conry. I didn't defeat Storm Terror, though. We keep on saying, I defeated Storm Terror. We didn't kill Storm Terror. Tradition? Paimon's not sure what you're going on about, but if it's dragons you want, Conry's beaten them before. Really? You have? More than once, in fact. Really? You're so strong. It is our great fortune to have met you, good knight Conry. It seems the time has come at last for the Reconquista. The Narzissenkreuz Adventure team shall reclaim the realm and rescue Princess Lyris. Come, Petit Cho, let's do as we planned. First, let's get rid of all this foul water. I'll do my best. Seems like he should talk really fast. Alrighty. They're gonna drain the entire... And you monster! Ooh. Why there an Oceanid hugging the palace? All this water. Is this some kind of Oceanid man? Oceanid? I'm still gonna pronounce it Oceanid. Magic? Phew. The defensive power has weakened. There will also be less obstacles for us to fight from here on out. Whew. This is so tiring. And, Conry, let's go help my brother Al. Your brother? Is he another character? Well, Petit Cho and I can't be the only members of the team. We don't quite think that highly of ourselves. We certainly aren't as strong as you are, Paimon. Al covered our escape when we retreated. Now that Narcissus' power is waning, let's go help him. Well, let's go. This water bubble is Look at that. There's an Oceanid hugging the temple. We've been here for 2 seconds and I'm already getting a thumbnail. What the? Oh. Hang on. Attack the crystal mechanism to... Excuse me. Oh, it created a wall for me. Ha! Oh, surrender now. You have been surrounded. Hydro's probably not gonna be the best thing to have during this little adventure, is it? Ow! You're safe. I was so worried.
Ah, my dear Petite Cho. And you too, Anne. We meet again at last. In those darkest of days I thought of you and drew strength to fight on from those thoughts. Thank you, noble warriors, who have come forth to uphold the cause of justice. Why, had I arms as slender as yours, I would tip my hat to honor you.
There's no need to be so prim and proper. Anne introduces you and Paimon to Al and explains what happened previously. But why is Finch's older brother a duck?
Why a duck, you ask? Are such definitions important? I have a supple body, an iron will and webbed feet with which to tread water. Of these I am proud. And that is enough. And Petite Cho is Petite Cho. The sphere is the sphere closest to perfection and the most complicated of all shapes. I am most proud of my sister.
Seriously? Brother, what are you talking about? Oh, this is a female. Actually, Connery, what is Al talking about? He means we shouldn't dwell on the details. Not that important. These are all water constructs as well, aren't they? We members of the Narzissenkreuz Adventure team are disparate indeed. But we have one goal. We shall save Princess Lyris, and we shall defeat the fell dragon Narcissus.
Well said. The person I am now knows only that the one who stands before me is a noble and valiant knight who possesses the iron will needed to defeat Narcissus. That is enough for me. Usually, the mightier the will, the larger the form needed to be its vessel, as it is the case with Narcissus. This knight's stature is much like mine, and yet...
Seriously, the first and last thing Paimon understood here was Narcissus. You're always going on about Narcissus this, Narcissus that, but what is it really? Look up above Princess Lyris' tower. That is Narcissus. It's got the head of an Oceanid, doesn't it? That wasn't there before the water rose. Isn't that just an ocean? Good golly gosh, the dragon good golly gosh, the fell dragon Narcissus. Wait a minute, that's an Oceanid no matter how you look at it, not a dragon. But that is the fell dragon Narcissus.
The dragon who invaded the Narzissenkreuz kingdom.
And its wings are very huge and frightening. But it's an Oceanid, isn't it? Well, Connery and Paimon, you have seen much. What then should a dragon look like? Well, if you're talking about the dragons we fought before, they'd be...
like Ajdaha, like a Pep, one of the dragon sovereigns.
A being whose true form cannot be grasped by humanity, and who can summon all manner of servants.
That does sound quite like Narcissus, inscrutable and a master of many servants. That must have been a grueling battle. Very impressive. Like Nerfalet.
Yeah, tall, long hair, kind of hot. Dragon eyes. No, we've definitely met other dragons before.
Like Leo's Ajdaha,
who became the embodiment of primal energies and Leo's enemy? I see. So was this a being as evil as Narcissus then? No, not at all. And how are they different? Narcissus represents primordial regression and aggression, and is our foe. But Ajdaha's from Liyue. That's a huge difference, right? no, we've definitely met other dragons before. What about Mondstad's Dvalin? Dvalin? What? Dvalin's a whole different story from Oceanids. Dvalin's super blue, his wings are huge, and he can fly. What? That's exactly like the Fell Dragon. Paimon's starting to get confused about what counts as a dragon. I'm confused as well. Well, thanks for stopping by, Sunflowers. Our purpose defines our essence. At this time, we are the heroes challenging the wicked dragon, and he is the wicked dragon. This is sufficient. Ha! That must be what Al means when he says, a rose by any other name would smell just as sweet. That is precisely the case, dear Petite Cho. Were you not called Petite Cho, you would still be my dearest younger sister. So, as long as that's the tower your princess sleeps in, the one lurking atop the tower is the fell dragon Narcissus. Is that right? No, I fear. As we stated previously, he is not here now, which is why we're able to win our way here so easily. That up there is the dragon's hatred made manifest. That's so complicated. Can't it just be an ordinary statue? Like, you know, Narcissus commanding the underlings to make an image of him on the highest tower so as to show off his greatness and force all the people of the land to look upon him, or something. Well, you actually make a reasonable point, Paimon, but if that was the case, then we should still have been able to see it even before Petite Cho made the foul water disappear, right? But instead, Narcissus' evil has melded with the waters, which is why his wicked intent crystallized into that image once the waters were drained. Is that seriously how that happened? His fell dragon is truly terrifying. My talons hurt just looking at him. Well, we have our Knight Connery, so we should be fine even if he is present, yes. It'd be best if he wasn't... Huh? It's just a little dragon. It's just a little dragon. Head Empty Ether has not really made an appearance in these later quests. If anything, Ether's resting face has been getting progressively angrier the more this game goes on. He's suffering fools less these days. I mean, as he progressively loses more and more friends and sees more and more of the horrors of Celestia. And greed, and the struggle for power, and the horrors of war. That's our Connery for you. Let's move then. With you by our side, we've nothing to fear. What was that? Oh, that was Navia loading her shotgun. I was like, the hell was that noise? Similar to the back half of Jet's quest, I think I am going to simply focus on the objective. Let's press the objective and we can always explore later. Benadryl conch. Navia's getting ready. She's like, I heard you started playing Girls Frontline.
Whoa, what a stroke of good luck.
She's like, I heard you started playing Girls Frontline too. I wasn't enough for you?
Hey there!
Oh, that is on a timer. For some reason I thought you could hold that indefinitely. I'm not sure why I thought that. Frog. Jack! And Daxter! Jack. Thank goodness you're safe. What frog does
As I thought, you were the ones who emptied the water out. Excellent, excellent. If I had hands like yours, yellow and white ones, I would be applauding already.
Dear friend, please show some respect. Petite Cho's doing her best.
You're right, I suppose. She has done nothing wrong, ultimately. Forget it. The yellow and white ones here, who are they?
Yellow and white? You mean us?
Who else would I mean? Does Petite Cho look yellower than you? Or does Anne?
Hey, you blue frog! Legendary roast from Paimon. You blue frog! All right, Paimon, please don't be angry. Jack, this is Knight Connery and Paimon.
A knight, you say? Then I suppose this Paimon is the squire.
No! Come on! Why does everyone call Paimon that? Paimon is no squire. Paimon is a bard whose task is to record my adventures. Is that how it is? No wonder Paimon's such a good talker. Hey, you stop that, Conry, or Paimon's gonna come with a lively limerick to give you a licking the likes of which you've never seen. Oh my word. Anyway, we're companions, alright? Companions.
I see. Then you are not some minor feudal warrior, not in the usual sense anyway. You are, then, some honorary knight, one with a title that comes with little benefit.
Well, Conry is an honorary knight, but he got it in Mondstadt for heroically doing battle with Storm Terror.
And then you are a dutiful, capable warrior. Very good. In that case, welcome to the Orchestra. Orchestra. Welcome to Orchestra Jack.
Is that Jack or is that Yak? Is that an orchestra? Is that some kind of musical troupe?
The name is merely an analogy, for we weave resistance like an orchestra in our struggle against Narcissus as we seek to rescue Miss Lyris.
Don't you mean Princess Lyris? That's right, isn't Lyris a princess?
Well, both terms refer to the same person. But leaving that aside, we should...
Listen well. The title princess is a rigid, hierarchical term of address, a product of an oppressive system. It was a title whose merit is birth, not labor or wisdom.
Here we go again.
If the universe was a more rational one, there would be no gods, no kings, and certainly no princes or princesses. Nor would there be any mystical powers that only a few may...
This started as an attempt at a Kermit impression, and I'm not sure where it has gone / is going, but...
Do you follow me thus far?
There will always be those who desire special privileges. There will always be those who dare to brave lightning's glow. Was that what Kazuha's friend said? There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow.
Didn't you put your name on the organization as well?
An orchestra must have a conductor, lest no music be made out of cacophony.
This sounds really deep, but it's also really confusing, Paimon. But not doing anything all day while being able to enjoy delicious sweet madames is pretty nice. Is there something wrong with that?
See, if there are some who will reap the benefits despite doing no labor, then there will be some who shall have more to do to compensate.
Like me. It doesn't matter to me. Paimon's happiness is mine as well. Paimon hopes you can be happy too. Wait a minute, in that case, wouldn't Conry be happy if he makes Paimon happy? That means making Paimon happy that means making Paimon happy more is good for you too. That's how that works, right?
This has been a very interesting conversation, but allow me to interject. Dear Jack, good night. We may now begin to discuss our next course of action in our rescue of Princess Lyris.
Silencing voices you do not want to hear, I see. Oh, Conry, come see the repression inherent in the system. Help! Help! Owl is repressing me!
Jack, you...
Al isn't doing that. He's a good person. He wouldn't bully you.
Dear sister, please do not lose your temper over this. If you have more to say, Jack, why don't we find a corner and settle this like gentlemen,
We're gonna go arm wrestle. Could I trouble you all to stop for a second? Please, everyone, aren't we all comrades? We've all gathered to rescue Princess, or Miss Lyris, after all.
We count as such, I suppose. We shall cooperate, even though my final goal is to create a more beautiful world for Miss Lyris.
Let's shake hands then. I have no hands, but let's shake hands. Comrades?
You have wings. I have webbed feet. If you think these apt replacements for hands, then we shall do so, comrade.
Jack and I'll shake hands, awkwardly. If nothing else, they extend their wing and webbed foot and tap them together. That's adorable. Please get along with him, Al.
Of course, dear sister, do not worry. We are united in one cause.
All right. Now that the problem is solved.
Problem? This is but the manifestation of a deeper issue.
Jack, please.
Icy skies of blue.
Okay, so what do we do next, Anne? Oh, right. I almost forgot that we were here to save the princess.
You did?
Why, I was starting to think that I'd brought such capable help along just to let them listen to two boys squabble.
Ah, I see.
As for the situation, ask Al and Jack to explain. I need a moment to cool off. Anne's having a tough time too, huh?
Oh my gosh, she's adorable. She's so small. This tiny little oceanid. Look how little she is! Oh my,
There she is. Look at her, like, squish. She, like, pulses. Squishify. Squishify is a rule in art, making things cute. Cutify and squishify. Oh, let's just talk to all three of them. Jack, you... Paimon, don't. Knock it off, or we're gonna start this all over again. Paimon knows. Anne told us that you could explain the situation.
Allow me to speak first, then, honored knight and Paimon. Concerning the tower before us, Narcissus has been unable to overcome it. As such, the princess is still safe. At that time, when all seemed lost, the princess gave her greatest treasure to us, and that was the time that belonged to her.
She gave you her what now? Time, you say? Is that why the tower looks like a clock tower?
After she lost that time, the princess and the tower she dwells in both fell into a stagnant, dreamless slumber. In remembrance of her, we named our fallen realm the Anaposis.
And what does that mean?
Because it has completely stagnated, Narcissus has also been unable to taint anything within. That's more or less our situation.
What do you mean, more or less our situation? Firstly, how would someone give anyone else their time?
But it's true, Princess. It's that I don't know why, but that reminded me of. Do you remember that?
Who was it? Was it Justin Timberlake?
There was that old movie. There was that movie several years back, In Time, where everyone had a timer of like their life, and instead of using money, they used their remaining time of their life as currency, and so like you like pay with 5 minutes of your life expectancy. Really weird movie. It didn't really work, but it was a super awesome concept.
Princess Lyris did share her time with us. Narcissus would certainly plot to invade, but with the time she gave us, we became far stronger. For example, my brother Al can usually only defeat one foe at once, but with more time, he could vanquish 4 or 5. He can vanquish 4 or even 5 at one go.
A most vivid example. Thank you for your explanation, dear Petitcho.
Well, I hope you understand now, Conry and Paimon. By giving time, is it literally... Narcissus would constantly plot to invade, but with the time she gave us, we became far stronger. I can usually defeat one foe. It's interesting what she gave. The princess gave them her time, which is an interesting. I almost thought this was like an actual time bending thing. Like he could vanquish 4 or 5 in one go because he's like breaking time or something. Not at all. These are cute when they don't attack us. Yeah, how could you even give time to other people?
Do these details matter? Is this not similar to how feudal nobles would hire sharecroppers?
Sharecroppers? How do those things even connect? Are you trying to say that exchanging time for pay is a form of giving your time to others?
Only a very small part of the wealth a sharecropper creates will belong to him. If this is understood and regarded as normal by all, then what is there about the situation that is hard to comprehend?
You got Paimon. Why are you debating with an Oceanid? There's just too much oddity at play here. Let's leave this aside for now. That's true. All right. Paimon totally gets it.
Narcissus has spent long years since searching for the princess's treasure. Only its power can cause time in the tower to flow again, and only then will its locked gates open. Thus he summoned waters brimming with the wicked intent to drown the kingdom, and created underlings unnumbered and many magical devices besides. All this was done to hunt us Narzissenkreuz Adventure team members down and seize the treasure that should have been in our hands.
Wait, should have?
Before, we had another older brother, Nay. In those terrifying days, he took the treasure and fled alongside us, but he dissolved into the waters while covering us.
I miss him so much.
We were very good friends.
I hate the dragon, even though I know that these feelings are not good. But I miss Nay. He was like my real brother, just like Al. We're sorry for your loss. But if that's the case, how are we supposed to save Princess Lyris? The treasure has sealed the tower, and it can only be opened again with said treasure.
Well, when they, how do I put this? While they were consolidating our rear lines, we of Orchestra Jack obtained some key intelligence that has allowed us to ascertain the treasure's location.
Really? You have?
Of course. It's right over there.
Huh? In the sky? As in the water in the sky?
Before Nay dissolved, he used the last of his strength to purify a batch of water in the firmament. It was there that he hid the treasure. What an irony. It seems that Narcissus has gotten too used to looking down upon the citizenry below, and has not been in the habit of looking up, like gamers. And there the treasure has been hidden all along.
I see. Well, it does sound like something Nay would come up with.
How do we get up there, though? Could Petit Cho and Al take us up there?
A very imaginative idea, but unfortunately impractical.
If you go up there, we should find a small fountain full of magic. Options may open to us should we reach it. Are you feeling better now, Anne?
Oh, I forgot to talk to Anne. I went to the objective. Forgot to talk to Anne. Also, she's got a tiny little horn. She moves around a lot.
Thank you, Paimon, but you needn't worry. We must destroy the 3 bubble formations set up by Narcissus before we head up. What are those exactly?
They are underhanded contraptions powered by hydrograna that can bombard intruders from a great distance. Perhaps you might have already seen one on the way here. Excuse me. Anne speaks true. The road ahead will be vastly more perilous if we do not first destroy those formations.
Kate should have been in charge of eliminating them before we attacked, but it seems that he might have been smashed into sea foam already.
Don't say that. We should be hoping that he made it. He is our comrade in the end, isn't he? In that case, our next task is the destruction of the bubble formations. After that, let's go to the small fountain and see what we find there. In that case, leave it to Conry. From what Petit Cho and Al have said, it seems like only his attacks will work.
Oh.
Paimon didn't mean to put you down.
Paimon
didn't mean to put you down. You guys have been fighting Narcissus and trying to save Princess Lyris for so long, but just leave this bit to Conry, alright?
Leave it to me. In the words of... I almost called her the Spindrift Knight. That's Eula. In the words of the Favonian maid, leave it to me. You have my thanks.
Alright, in that case, let me lead the way.
Clear the bubble formations. Bah. Oh, there's an Ak up here. Oh. This opportunity is quite hard to come by. I'm okay. What the? Take the hydrogranum to take out the bubble.
Check this out.
Oh wait, just take it out.
Your stuff's not back yet, Toma. Holy balls, Navia. Okay, that's one down. Where are we going, little guy? There we go. Okay. Hydro is not gonna be a very fun thing to have during this.
I won't hold you back.
Benny and who? Tao? Benny and who? Another healer would be nice since my shielder isn't a full tilt shielder. Farina should stay. Yeah, you know what?
Magnificent.
You know what? Farina could stay. You know what, Farina? I'll continue to witness your magnificence. Sorry, I got distracted already. Oh.
What a stroke of good luck.
It pranked me. It was like, I was gonna put you back 4 meters, that's all. You thought I would inconvenience you you thought I would inconvenience you further. You were mistaken. I'm coming for ya. Wow.
I'm going in. Let's light it up.
Hiya! Oh, I missed the viewpoint over there. There's one that remains.
There's one that remains. You need to go get it.
Ah! How cruel! They fly you right past that and not actually bring you up to the... Where are we going? How cruel! They fly you right past that that Ark and don't actually grab it for you. Ow! Ah! Oh, that's what it's doing. It's not even damaging me. It's just it throws me back. I genuinely didn't understand until just now what it was even doing. Oh, you can't climb up. You can't mantle on these. Ah! Boom. Whoa. I like how it's villain in quotation marks. Holy crap, Navia. Are these just low tier enemies or is Navia hitting super freaking hard? Well, I guess we won't be worrying about this mysterious bubble cannon anymore. Well done, soldiers. Assemble. Huh? Where's that voice coming from? Does soldiers refer to us? Wonderful. It seems that Colonel Kate is still here. Let's go meet up with him. Is it Kate or is it Kate or... Anne, you look well. That is good. These two are reinforcements then? Yes, they are. Halt. I do not wish to know the soldiers' names. Amidst cruel battle, anyone can be turned into ruptured bubbles and scattered foam at any time. Knowing the names of the troops will only cast a shadow upon our final victory. I just need to know one thing. Are they the reinforcements you sought? Yes, but... The wet what, Monday? Very good. Fresh hands will help us continue our suppression of the two remaining bubble formations. About that bubble formation.
Next time, soldier, you will give your report first before asking questions. Yes, the formations are places of unparalleled peril, not to mention the 3 mighty subordinates that Narcissus placed within them.
Well, about that, we've actually cleared all the formations.
What? Why didn't you say so earlier?
We've been trying to tell you, but you haven't been listening.
Oh, well then, it's good that everyone is well. So, Anne, who are these people again?
I'm Connery, and this is Paimon.
Connery and Paimon, Pleased to make your acquaintance. It's a pleasure to have new blood like you in Kate's resistance front. Let us fight for Princess Lyris and the Reconquista.
Kate's resistance front, huh? Are you guys the same thing as the Narzissenkreuz Adventure team? Let me think. We are now the same thing, is how I would put it.
Indeed. We have the same objective and plan of action. It is only because I have more combat experience that I am a colonel with my own force.
Aren't you the same as the Orchestra, Jack? Where's the rest of your team?
We charged bravely into the bubble formation.
Yes, and where's your team?
We charged bravely into the bubble formation. And as for the rest, please don't ask.
Looks like Colonel Kate's got problems too. Well, he's up against immense firepower, or should I say water power. What's next for you?
I plan on going behind enemy lines to see what can be done there. After all, it should be quite easy to go up there now that the bubble formation has been broken. I mean, I can't lose to some new recruit, can I?
There's no shame in losing to me. This isn't a competition.
Regardless, I shall return to the sun when the sun sinks into the ocean, victory in hand. Let us meet again before the high tower.
It bounces away.
Indeed.
Wait, there's neither sun nor sea here.
Since the bubble formations are gone, let's head to the little fountain just over there.
I like whenever you hop back into from dialogue back into gameplay, and she has one of the bullet buff things there. You just hear the sound of Navia flicking the safety off as she stares at you with this expression. Is that whoa? Mori. That means death. Mori, you're still here. Also, there's a girl on the fountain. Hello. Mori, no!
Bad people.
What the? Are you serious, my dude?
I got you covered.
Coming at ya.
Silly talk, Mori. Bad. They're good people. Wait. What does Razor sound like?
Understood. Give paw.
That's not what Razor sounds like. Huh. You really are a dog. It's kind of rude, Paimon, but... You and Paimon shake hands with Mori. It's a slippery experience, as one might expect of a dog made of water. What the hell is this quest, man? I love it. Also, are these are Navia's buckshot still in the air over here? Great, now we're all introduced. Don't attack them, okay, Mori? Ah, so you're a dog. This makes much more sense. Oh no, that wasn't Navia's buckshot. That was energy. Does it? Does it really? How does Mori resemble a dog at all? Didn't Owl say that? What? Don't you go believing the purpose defines essence nonsense? And even if you don't, Paimon won't. I find it really interesting that in a 1.x area, Oceanid, the Oceanid boss, Rodia of Locke, teased a key plot device of Fontaine when she says the power of water is its ability to what? Any shape? To take any shape. And she has a line. What's her other line? Coveting the shapes of the living. I find that very interesting. That she almost like foretold of the whole thing about oceanids becoming people and the oceanids envying mortal humans. But that's what Mori is, though. A silly dog. Ah. Whatever. If an oceanid can be an evil dragon, then a forest boar can be a dog. Alright? Alright. I am a silly dog. Yes. Woof. And you've been a good boy, haven't you, guarding this place? So Mori's a member of your team? No, I mean, Mori's a dog. But a dog, a duck, and a finch, and a squirrel can join, so why can't a dog? A duck, I mean, not a dog. Mori is Mori. Must protect the princess. A long, long time ago, Mori played here with the princess, Al, Petit Joe, Nay, and Jack. But the air and water were later filled with the scent of evil, and everyone left. Only the princess remains, so I must protect her. So that's Princess Lyris. Right, it was mentioned earlier that the princess lost her treasure, which is why everything stagnated. So this is where it was. Problem solved. Case closed. Quest done. This is just a statue of the princess. She's still in the tower. Your princess is in another tower, Mario. Seriously? Another looks like it, but not really? Not the princess? Nope. Princess Lyris is in her tower. There are two princesses? No, silly. This one's not real. Not the princess. Well, try giving it a sniff. Oh my gosh, that aggressive sniff made my head hurt. Not the princess. Told you so. Well, it's an understandable mistake. In this anaposis, a boar is a dog, an ocean is an evil dragon, and the evil dragon turned out to be a statue. A duck and a finch are siblings. Exactly. Paimon can feel her sense of what's real and not simply, or what's real or not, slipping away the longer we stay here. Well, let's not sweat the small stuff, all right? Okay, Mori, be a good doggy and descend the tower, meet up with everyone. Okay, what about you, Anne? Me? Well, I'm going to go with Connery and Paimon to reclaim the princess's treasure. I see. Okay, bye-bye. He going. All right, then, what do we do now? Use these bubbles. The princess would make these back when she would play with us, and they would fly very high up indeed. We would fly around in those bubbles, touring the realm. Sounds exciting. Sounds like the trick those Hydro Abyss mages pull. Sounds exciting. Whatever the case, we just need to sit in the bubble and it'll take us there, right? That's right. In the meantime, I'll do my best to control the bubble's direction.
Quick, let's pack it up.
Oh my gosh, she was hiding a spin crystal. Why does this look like a character that we've met before? Oh!
Quick, let's pack it up.
Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, we're flying! As if we haven't done this 4,000 other times, Paimon. The kingdom sure looks deserted from up here. Oh, that's Paimon speaking. Of course, it's been ruled by Narcissus for many years, and he's just the worst. His underlings steal snacks from children, burst balloons, and scream and shout all the time. Well, they do sound bad, but not the way Paimon was expecting. You mean that bad people just aren't like that, right? Aren't just like that, right? Well, if they were, the world would be a better place. How pretty, by the way. My word. Whoa. Weren't we just flying into the sky in a bubble? Yes, we were. And we kept going up and up and up and up until we crashed headfirst into the water, right? Yes. Is there something wrong? There's so much wrong with this that Paimon doesn't even know where to start. Perhaps this is just one of the magical kingdom's aspects. Ugh, you know what? Paimon's not gonna ask. The princess's treasure should be around here somewhere, right? Yes, it is there, protected by a 3-layered seal. Where? Oh, you mean that? While that outer bubble is pretty big, the treasure seems to be inside a really small chest. And it looks like there's some threads of flowing water connecting to the big bubble. It seems as if the bubble formation here will not attack us. In that case, let's use it to break the seals. We just need to guide its projectiles to the bubble rings connected to the flowing water. That should transfer the force of the projectile through the water and weaken the seals. Yeah, those bubbles are pretty scary. Oh, this panning shot is epic. 1, 2, 3. Looks like there are 3 strands of water. Once we deal with them, the treasure should be ours. That's right. It's in your hands, Knight Conry and Paimon. A bubble formation that for some strange reason doesn't attack you, but helps you unseal treasures. Control the currents and barriers to guide the mist bubble to the ringed device at the end. I will. And no one can stop me. Nice.
Child's play.
Look at Farina spin. Okay, another barrier. And this one's switch. Who was in there? Below sure is below.
I'm a genius.
The people in the 3.8 summer area were oceans taking the form of humans. That was some foreshadowing indeed. In 3.8? Huh. So like right before 4.0. Huh. Another wall. Oh, hello there. I don't have any power. Yes, I do. It's right here. Ah, it's Farina's financial advisor. Who's left? Oh, hello there. Dodgy in water. Yeah, and there's a thing here as well. Boop. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Summer event for another nation always. Oh, that's right. Always foreshadows the Archon quest. We finally found it. We finally found it. The most precious of treasures. It looks like a pocket watch. Seems like it's not moving anymore. Well, it has been underwater all this time, so it should have broken down long ago, right? There was a pocket watch that was recovered from the wreck of the Titanic that stopped exactly like at, was like 120 something, but like when it's a really eerie artifact frozen in time at the exact moment like that, because it wasn't waterproof. So pretty much like right when it went underwater, it stopped. The clock stopped right then and there. So eerie artifacts frozen in time. This is full of Princess Lyra's precious time. Let's go back to the tower, meet up with our friends. An old pocket watch. It has ceased to tick and tock, and its cover cannot be opened. Oh my gosh, look at that, bro. I want to fight an oceanid that big. My God of War senses are tingling. I want to fight huge things. Oh, don't kill my Farina. Look at this assembly. The council will decide your fate. You're back. Colonel Kate and Mori linked up with us while you were out.
We're back with the princess's treasure.
Well done, Well done, soldier. You made a fine contribution. The resistance front is proud of you. Kate, now isn't the time.
Not so fast, Colonel. Conry is a contact of the Orchestra, not cannon fodder from some no-name army.
Your Orchestra couldn't hold Conry, not unless you wanted to name it after him instead.
And what of your rank? You may as well go ahead and give it to Conry, no? The soldiers bleed while commanders steal the glory. This is quite ordinary. But you're special. A colonel who not only does nothing, but even lets his troop take credit for victory.
While you were whiling away your time here, I was taking out that bubble formations in the water above. If not for that, they would not have gained the treasure so easily. Stop fighting.
Let's get this straight first. I didn't join any of you. Stop fighting. Wow, you sound like a female protagonist in a novel. Well, how about this? Let's just call the organizations Colonel Paimon's Resistance Front and the Orchestra Paimon.
What?
That's it. I'm done. Mori, get him.
Woof, woof. Bad person.
Mori pulls Jack over.
Whoa!
Kate laughs at him, only to be also knocked over by Mori. This altercation is eventually calmed by Owl and Petit Cho's mediation. Honestly, Mori's really reliable at times like this. You know, in some ways. His name is Death. Let's get to business, shall we? To defeat the Huns. That's right. We'll get nowhere if we keep arguing. And the more we go nowhere, the more we're going to argue. Yes, you're both right. Let's have a speech then, Anne. You know, the rousing kind. Huh? But
I approve of Paimon's suggestion. Is it not at such times that an adventure team's leader should step up to the plate?
But I'm not good at speeches. Can you really call me the leader?
As surely as I'm colonel, I affirm that you would be the best officer for this adventure team.
My views on this title of colonel aside, we are in accord.
I don't know much about leaders or glory or whatever, but if not for you, and if not for Conry and Paimon, whom you brought here, I don't know what would have become of me. Night, Conry, Paimon, what do you say?
This is what everyone wants.
Well, in that case, what should a leader say in times like this? Let Paimon think. Since we have Princess Lyra's treasure, next we just need to enter the tower and rescue her, right? So we just need to encourage everyone to do that, to do just that before we start. Paimon, do you have any interest in being leader? How about you, Conry? Hey, you can't do that. Why not? If not for your strength, we wouldn't have made it this far. We're just here to support you. Whatever the case, only you can be the leader of this adventure team. That's what everyone wants, so stop trying to push it off onto someone else.
We'll support you.
Oh, all right. This leader business used to be so much easier. No matter what the name of our organization is, we're all part of the Narzissenkreuz Adventure team. We have a common goal, to rescue Princess Lyris.
Miss Lyris.
Or Miss Lyris. And we intend to save the Narzissenkreuz Kingdom.
Republic. Please continue, Anne.
And restore the land and waters here to their original gleaming shimmer through the Reconquista, so that the sunflowers may once more flourish. Am I not right about that?
That's right.
We've experienced many battles and partings during the long years of conflict, and many team members we once had are no longer with us. But I won't forget the times we spent together. We'll always be friends. That's right. Even if I am our leader, I am everyone's friend first and foremost. The same goes for you, Colonel Kate and Jack. Don't forget your friendship over differences in ideals and perspectives. He's being super mature right now. Bravo. Everyone W's in chat for Anne. I already forgot her name. Bravo. Come on, stop teasing me. With Knight Conry and Paimon's aid, we were able to finally obtain the princess's treasure. Time that was once frozen will flow again, and we will rescue her. For that, Conry and Paimon, I thank you. You will always be our friends. I believe that our princess will also be glad to call you such. Okay, I'm done now. The ether golf clap. Aye, what happens next? That was 3 different accents for 3 different words. Well now, I think it's time to unleash the treasure's power on the stagnant tower. This way, its time should flow once more. Like this. Oh, that was easy. Whoa.
My thanks, Conry.
Now. Unfortunately, I fear that none of us know what will happen next. But since the princess's tower has been unsealed, we should move as soon as we can, right? Right you are, Petit Cho. Let's go. Listen to the music in here. Evil bubble formations. Hello there. Ah! Another villain.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Bennett's finna kick your ass. Coming at ya. Another one. Wow, that's not off cooldown yet. Haha. So many bros. Oh my gosh, that did crazy damage to that dude. I really can pull Farina out for at the very least heals and her burst buff. Why do Narcissus little minions all need so many titles?
The more useless the person, the more hats they need.
All right, that was a little bit rude. I feel targeted. I feel like that was directed at me. I collect hats.
Actually, they are mighty warriors who have caused us much harm during previous engagements. If the battle seemed easy, it was due to your great might.
Sorry, Knight Connery. I just brought a shotgun in here, that's all. Sorry, Knight Connery, but our attacks can do nothing against these henchmen. So it's all up to you. Bit of a close shave, I'd say. Easy peasy. I had the president of the Speen here. That's true. These guys are all Hydro. They're fighting Hydro with Hydro. You know, where is Princess Lyris? Doesn't look like there's any path ahead. To be honest, I didn't think this far either. Let's keep going up, shall we? How do we do that? You can fly. Well, even if Paimon can do that, what would she do if she encountered Narcissus's minions? And even if all the kingdom's treasures were up there, it would only feel like we found them if we were there too.
Go up, you say? Ah, I understand. We do, one and all, have a certain amount of power. It is all magic given to us by the princess, yes, but we can do some things with it.
But if we do...
We were all born from the same source. I don't see why you would be unable to understand and accept this. Has this not happened before?
I know all this, in theory. But I just hate these things. I don't know why, but I just do. Don't make such a face, Anne. We were born of the same waters, and we were only this way because we bound ourselves into different shapes using thin films to keep the princess company. Coming together once again for her sake is not strange at all. What? We were born of the same waters, and we were only this way because we bound ourselves into different shapes using thin films to keep the princess company. So, Rodea of Loch, the Oceanid boss, all of the minions that she throws out are just her friends that keep her company. Wait, what are you all talking about?
As long as we forsake our forms and join together, we can produce greater magic. This way, we can send you to the tower's apex. In this way, shall water deliver your judgment.
Wait, but if you do that...
You need not worry, friend. We came from the same body of water, so giving up our forms is not the same as what you would call death. Pure waters can turn into creatures of all sorts, and such changes do not only go one way.
Yep. Even if we cannot adventure or fight alongside you, we can still progress together. Knight Connery, Paimon, what do you say?
It's not our decision to make. This is your story, Anne.
You're right, Connery, but...
Give us orders, ma'am. The tower seals have been broken, which means they can no longer hoard Narcissus back. Every moment counts.
All right, I'm counting on you all.
Orders received.
Leave it to us. Go with Connery and Paimon, Anne. Make sure you save the princess.
I leave Miss Lyris in your hands.
In that case, dear Petit Joe, Maury, Colonel Kate, and Jack.
Okay. Bye-bye. Aw. I was just starting to like them! Just like what happened at Maury's fountain. Our power is derived from the princess. If so resolved, we could manifest it once more. Pull yourself together, Anne. Let's go, Knight Connery. Paimon, look at her. Water is formless. What comes from the water will surely return to it. Once we rescue Princess Lyris, she will be able to bring them forth once again. It's just a portal. Why is it cubed? Fontaine, more so than the other nations, introduced us to much more outer realm stuff. They're all like that? Am I stupid? I also really like the all-devouring narwhal theme, that when it swallows you and you have to fight inside of its belly, it turns into dubstep, because it's the narwhal is from a different realm, it's from a different world. And so it kind of makes sense that it would be dubstep, be different kind of music. I thought it was cool. It's just a portal. Where does this one lead, though? That the design on it just reminded me of Skirk's leggings. Don't look into that. I'm not sure either, to be honest. I've never considered what would happen after we entered the tower. Huh. Oh well. In that case, let's proceed with caution. With more proceeding or more caution? Come on, both! Yes, we should be careful. We're the only ones the princess can rely on.
Loving this treasure hunt.
Whoa, there's a... Huh. There's a music stand here. Whoa, maybe a little warning next time?
Whoa, where are we?
Paimon's kind of dizzy. There's so many books here.
Is this a library?
This library has existed since long, long before we arrived. Their contents seem to be ancient dramas. Children love to read books, but there's much they won't understand, so they will often ask adults to read the stories to them. In the books where there is an evil dragon, there must be heroes who hunt the dragon. If there is a mage, there must be a wandering knight. The Reconquista must come to pass, and the princess must be saved. And of course, a chime will sound, and the tale of the adventure will come to a halt. Yet it will not end. There will be another adventure, and another, one after that, until the children grow up and leave this place. And... Huh? Sorry. It felt like memories and feelings suddenly flooded into my mind. How strange indeed, Anne. Huh. Well, as long as you're alright. Paimon thought you might have been bewitched by Narzisse's magic or something. That might actually be so. Well, what do we do next? I'm not sure either. Whatever the case, let's have a look around. Yep. First off, there's a door over there, but it looks like there's no way through it. You two should be able to get across. Hey, your aunt's night right now, you know. This will all be pointless if you don't come along. That's right. This tile sticks out like a sore thumb. Must be some sort of trap. Paimon doesn't know either, but let's go all the same. Hardships experienced. This reminds me of the place down beneath Petrichor as well. It's probably the same assets. Broken, ruined, Fontaine stuff. Oh, there it is. There's the third one. Whoa. These places are so pretty. That's a fell shield of Narcissus. That name does fit our adventure. That name does fit our adventure up till now, huh? This is the center of the world, the castle where the dragon lurks, the tower that imprisoned the princess. Sometimes it is the lost ancient city of Ys. sometimes Arcadia. At times, it is even golden Hyperborea. Here, many untrodden realms have been conquered. Here, many heroes have defeated evil dragons. This is a place that brims with magic, and I was never really able to understand it. Children could see, through a stone wall, the imaginary griffins that whirl freely in the distant cloud-filled skies. These 4 pools would, in different adventure tales, be the 4 seas, and sometimes the 4 cardinal realms of the world. I could not understand these things either, but to accompany the children on their adventures, I played all sorts of roles. Are these more the suddenly emerging memories? Yes. And are you alright? I don't know. I feel very strange. These memories are so beautiful, but terrifying too. Look there, atop that small fountain. That's the holy blade of Narzissenkreuz.
It's a dull blade, hell yeah!
Is it really? It looks, kinda cheap.
Behold, Paimon, the holy blade.
Seriously? It's just a shabby wooden sword. Still. With this sword in hand, Paimon bets the kids would sure feel like invincible heroes, ready to take to the skies and do battle with their enemies, huh? Appropriately shaped branches and drying poles could also, in the right tale, be the holy blade. But one day, a certain woman brought several wooden swords for the children to play with, so that the drying poles would stop being used in fights. And who was that? I do not know. It must have been someone who once lived here. Yes, it does seem like the kingdom was once a lively place with all sorts of people in it. When you think about it like that, the holy blade must have been very important. A normal sword can cleave flesh, but the holy blade can cleave spirit and will. It's like the master sword in Zelda. It can not only cut flesh, but it can cut through the evil. As such, even impervious dragons and formless illusions are no match for it. If the story of our adventure team is to reach its end, we will need the blade. Is it really that powerful? It just looks like a cheap wooden sword. Just take its holiness at face value. If you say so. But it doesn't look like we can reach it right now. Let's continue. Let's explore this area. Let's explore the area before us later. Maybe we'll find some way to break this magical bubble. The whole quest is very fairy tale like. It's really trippy, and it's heavily referencing Alice in Wonderland, which Alice in Wonderland was kind of an allegory and a retelling of my gosh, what was it? Is that old the classic what was the novel about descending the underworld that Alice in Wonderland was heavily influenced by, based on? What you doing? He's Dante's Inferno, yeah. He's chill. Why are you chill? He's chill and he shields himself. He's like, no, please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me, Madam Umbrella Man. Madam Umbrella Man. You know what? You can live. I've killed many crabs in my day. 'Twas vengeance born out of madness. Madness from a man whose head was stuck in the sand. But I believe that I may be... Ah! There was stuff in there, though! Oh my... Oh, I thought there was a much bigger enemy than it was. Hello there.
Teamwork is strength.
Oh my. We will continue our normal human walk. There sometimes not a need to slaughter crabs, even for me. Perhaps this is the beginning of my pacifist run, so to speak. I've slaughtered so many crabs during my adventure here, and for what? Out of madness? Out of revenge? Vengeance for... What, a bubble formation? Why are they... quick, abandon the pillar! What if it's friendly? It's not friendly. Actually, why is there a bubble formation here too? Was this meant to prevent invaders from kidnapping the princess? Yes, that is the case. Also, we ran into some enemies earlier. Didn't you say that Princess when Princess Lyris gave her treasure, the tower stagnated and even Narcissus could not enter? There's a lot of stuff in here that doesn't make sense. What's going on? I don't know either. I never thought about what would happen after we entered the tower. Also, oh my gosh, my hand just jump scared me. I went to adjust my headphones and my pinky like waved in my peripherals. Anyways. Also, this place feels strange. I don't understand. I should have never have been here before, but I find myself recalling, feeling many things. Do you two not feel it? I don't. Who are you? Paimon doesn't either. It's so crazy that we actually just killed the entire Tanisha. Look, I was just following Jet's lead. I was just following her lead. What was the X-Men quote? I've been at the mercy of men who were following orders before. Well, do you know what place this is, Anne? This was the assembly hall of the Narzissenkreuz Institute. The children would study here normally. I remember now. This was a lovely place. There was no sunlight, but it was always lively here. The children were all of different dimensions, some of them as different as the two of you. But here, they would study together, listen to tales of the Hydro Archon, and to tales older still. The children were all of different dimensions, some of them as different as the two of you. But here they would study together, listen to tales of probably Egeria. Like of the first Hydro Archon. Dimensions? I mean that some children were very small and some were somewhat larger. Hey now, Paimon might be small, but she's got a big heart. Anyway, what about the print? I'm not sure if that should be a sus alarm moment, but it seems like when we started bringing up other dimensions, Paimon was like, anyways, enough about me. I wasn't talking about you, Paimon. What about the princess? Was she a child too? Would the children hear stories about her? I don't know. Huh. Why does Paimon get the feeling that the story started drifting away from the princess ever since we teleported here? No, this place must have something to do with her. We must be able to find her at the end of this road. She will be happy to see us. Well, you're the local. Paimon trusts you. It's also the people, I joked about Skirk's galactic leggings, but like between Skirk's galactic leggings and Paimon's galactic cape and Dane's galactic cape, it just feels like she has a much bigger role that is interdimensional. The more that we go through this game, when Skirk Child and the all-devouring Narwhal introduced us to the concept of there being different dimensions and it being it feeling more real about the references in other Hoyo games, like in the Honkai universe and everything. that all of these universes exist unilaterally. They exist on the same flat plane to each other, and every now and then they'll cross over one another. It also kind of explains why Skirk, her design is so much different than a lot of the other characters, because not really anyone else has those galactic like clothes, right? She has a much different, we joked about it too, we're like, look at this honkai ass character, but she is styled so much more differently than a lot of the other characters. Does Xiao? Not really. No, he doesn't. Yeah, I also had to bring this up. Bro, this lady's not wearing anything underneath this apron. Anyways. Duke.
Love Spina di Rosula's logo. It was designed by my mother. Have you noticed how it's shaped like a heart?
Also, what is the logo? She keeps saying that idle voice line, but what is the logo? Let's continue on. Princess Lyris will be waiting for us at the end. Will be waiting for us at the end of the line.
You hear the sound of a bell.
That's the sound of a bell. Oh, does that mean the adventure's coming to a close? And Princess Lyris is right up ahead? And there's the chest at the end of the mission. Quest over.
Whoa, what is...
Let Paimon see what's in the chest. Sometimes the green feather accessory. Sometimes this feather has the power to advance a story forward and bring it to an end. Its appearance itself represents a power that transcends the story. Old yet well preserved, it must have been cherished by many people. Wait. We're collecting artifacts. I was about to make a joke that we got a pocket watch like a sands of like we're collecting artifacts. Plume of Death and Sands of Eon are what we just picked up. Goblet of Eonothum? Circlet of Logos and Flower of Life. Oh, I never really put that together. Flower of Life is your health, is your base HP stat, and Plume of Death is your base attack stat. It's life and death. Between life and death.
I really want to go traveling. I don't mind where we go, as long as I have my friends with me.
Stay your weapons, Quinarin. I would speak with you.
Paimon's kind of dizzy. There are so many books here. Is this a lot? It's a lot of fun to bounce
Between this voice
and Paimon voice. It's a lot of fun to bounce between those two. Oh, it's the Nymph's Dream artifact set? Huh, I have not read that artifact set yet. I actually don't know if I have discovered the Nymph's Dream set. Wait. Deja vu? I've just been in this place before? You know, Paimon thought she hadn't fully woken up, but haven't these things happened before? But all we did was we just re-entered the same area. We just re-entered the same area. It's not replaying a memory. All we did was we walked around downstairs, came up, and then we came back in through a different door. There will be another adventure and another one after that. It's a samsara. The bell, the bell was the beep. So even though the princess is waiting for us at the end of the road, it's just a bunch of connected loops with no real end? on the other hand, we'll be able to leave as soon as we find the end of the road.
Do you have an idea, Conry?
Any thoughts, Anne? I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't know anything about what happens after this. Well, let's take stock real quick. Have you noticed anything, Paimon?
You're asking Paimon?
Hold on a moment.
First, the paths here have been connected such that they form a ring, right?
In that case, there'd be no getting out. Except that we were able to get on these paths, so there should be a way off them. There has to be a point from which we can break through. Next, we saw that super powerful sword or something? Yes, the Holy Blade of Narzissenkreuz. It should be the key to solve. It should be a key item in some way. And why do you think that? Well, it looks like a wooden sword, but it was inside a protective barrier. Would that all be necessary if it wasn't important? So Paimon thinks we need to get that sword. Was there any other notable thing?
Paimon can't think of anything at the moment. But that said, this tile sticks out like a sore thumb, doesn't it? Paimon didn't just make that one up, by the way. When we passed this way before, it did feel weird how this tile is not connected to any of the others, and how it has a different pattern, and it's also glowing. It could be a trap!
Good work, Paimon.
Wait, why are you praising Paimon so seriously all of a sudden? Paimon's not used to this.
But you really do have an impressive mind, Paimon. As for me, my head's a mess. Same. I can't get my thoughts straight. Real.
Don't beat yourself up too much. You're being assaulted by strange memories in this place. Anyway, let's think.
Anne is the princess. Wild theory I just decided to throw out there into the ether. Into the ether!
Anyway, let's think of how we can get out of this loop based on the stuff we thought of earlier.
My sus glasses are sussing again. I do declare. I kill the crab this time. I spared it last time and I kill it this time. Open? Open? Strangely, the feather that was used... Jabberwocks? Jabberwock's holy sword? The Wabajack?
We've finally gotten it, the Holy Blade of Narzissenkreuz.
A holy sword that bears a special meaning in a certain story.
The Wabajack!
Oh, there's two crabs here now. I need not harm you, crabs. I am better than that now. Meaningless slaughter. Oh, and there's two...
Let's light it up! Time to shine! Attack! That's the way.
Ow!
Check this out.
Coming at ya! Cha!
I got you covered.
Everybody stand!
Everybody stand. Our queen.
Umbrella warfare, I guess.
I guess. Transoceanic pearl.
Quick, let's pack it up.
Two bubbles. Wait. Two bubbles, but they're both inactive. It's been a long time since I've thought of Alice in Wonderland or Dante's Inferno. Maybe I should recap that. Maybe I should recap that for myself. You hear the sound of a bell. That's the sound of a bell. Didn't something like this happen before? Paimon recalls there was a chest. Now there's no chest. Unplayable. There's 3. Hey, I was trying to get the thing there while I'm walking here. Paimon's kind of dizzy. There's so many books here. Someone wants. Why is there an exclamation on this one? Someone wants this tale of adventure to never end. Huh? What's you on about, Conry? You know what? Paimon thought that she hadn't fully woken up yet, but haven't these things happened before? But the future of a story that constantly repeats will never come. We must keep pushing forward. Yes. Princess Lyris waits at the end of this path. Oh, Paimon knows. The last time we were here, you said, on the other hand, we'll be able to leave as long as we find the end of the road, didn't you? Then there must be a way. Weird. And last time, didn't we enter through this one? Last time we came back into this main chamber through this door. And this time we entered through this door. When I woke up, I was still farming the emblem domain. Three crabs. Just as I expected. Actually, I haven't been farming, I don't know why I said the emblem domain. I actually haven't been farming the emblem domain. I've been farming the Golden Troop and Marachose. I've been farming the Marachose Golden Troop domain. Trying to get some better artifacts for Farina and Fish, because Farina, Fischl, Riceley, and Navia could all use these 2 artifact sets. So that's going to be one that I'm going to be spending some Saras in. Am I supposed to kill these things? It's like you keep sparing the crabs. If you didn't spare the crabs, the samsara would end. I know, but I can't bring myself to such mindless slaughter. Born from what? From hatred? Hatred of crabs who did nothing wrong? It was simply that crazy man in the sand? Here, let's come back over here.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Check this out.
Hey there!
Ow! Oh my gosh, his Toma's shield went away immediately.
Fire! Well, with rocks. Hey there!
It's hard to focus on their attack patterns where there's so much going on. But this is a fun team with Toma.
May I present?
You may. I guess I could have used Farina's bros against that thing.
treasure hunt.
I see 3 bubbles. Now, this reminds me of a place down in Petrichor as well. There's that assembly with all the benches seating around the big window that looks out into the ocean.
I do love Spina di Rosula's logo. It was designed by my mother. Have you noticed how it's shaped like a heart?
Was this always a stairway? Was there always a stairway to the elevator?
You hear the sound of a bell.
That's the sound of a bell. Looks like rain. Didn't something like this happen before? Wait. Now we came out of that one again. And it's back down to 2. Paimon's dizzy. Someone wants this tale of adventure to ever end. Okay. The future of a story that constantly repeats will never come. But we must keep moving forward. Princess Lyris waits at the end of this path. This is all stuff from before. Okay, I have a theory. A game theory! Wait, I actually don't want that. Oh. Wait, there's only 1 crab now. But there were 2 hydrogranas. Ah, shoot, I thought I was smart. I was sorely mistaken. And there's no one here. Okay, 2 hydrograna, 1 crab, 0 seahorses, 2 bubbles. When it was 111 222 333. Now it's 212.
Paimon's kinda dizzy.
Are you? What you on about? Nope. At least the music here is dope as we stumble our way into nothingness. Cannot enter. We can't just keep walking. Sure we can. These are already started though. Nope. Let's travel further down the samsara again. Ones in chat if you solved it organically when you did this and didn't have to look it up. That's often what I'll often have to look stuff up because I'm like, what am I supposed to do here? That was the way even in Skyrim. And now there's no longer enemies here. No more he-horses. This time it was 3 Grana, 2 Crab, and 3 Bubbles. I'm gonna ask for help before too long, but... I don't have a clue what I'm supposed to... I don't have any like thoughts of what I'm supposed to do either. I don't have a ton of ideas. Okay, mini books. What are you on about? The future of a story that constantly repeats will never come, but we must keep moving forward. Princess Layers waits at the end of this path. On the other hand, will be able to leave as long as we find the end of the road. Do I need to use an item on this door? She's even looking at it too. I mean, it obviously is interactable, you can tell with elemental sight. Sniff it out. Let me give it one more run through. See if I missed anything else. She did say, "Why don't we go back?" But we can't go back through the, because that's what I was thinking before. Is she was like, "Why don't we go back?" And I was like, "Oh, that's a hint," but I can't go back. Not through that, back through this. Wasn't this literally the Hu Tao puzzle that stumped me for 4 days? Thank you, Melody. That wasn't even a hint. That was just you making me. Thank you for making me think a little bit more about. No, not at all. Because I was gonna make one more run through, and then I was gonna ask for help. Because I thought about she was like, I was like, that's probably the hint, right? But I can't go back through. Okay, never mind. That's not the hint. So I was one more cycle before I was gonna ask for help or look up a guide or something. Because if it was by myself, I would just keep on trying to brute force it. But for the sake of the time of the stream, I don't want to spend 45 minutes. And again, if I don't want help, I just won't look at chat. So if I really don't want help, I'll just put a window over chat or something. The VOD be 3 hours of looping. That's almost what the Hu Tao thing was. Where I was like, I don't have a clue what I'm supposed to do here, chat, help. I don't think I need these, do I? I don't know why I'm grabbing them. They're gonna expire before we get anywhere. Yeah. My other thought that I was gonna try one, like I was gonna make one loop and then I was gonna try to see if I could equip one of the artifacts. This is the Holy Blade of Narzissenkreuz. Finally, the Holy Blade is ours. Doesn't look like much, but once its powers are awakened, it will become a destructive and an invincible weapon. How's it, Connery? Can you feel its power? Unlimited power! It's really just a wooden toy sword. Come to think of it, Anne, you did mention that the Holy Blade was originally a wooden sword that kids played with. That's right. When the young heroes from the Narzissenkreuz Adventure team would pick this sword up, they would become able to defeat all foes in their tale. Well, let's just take this sword, shall we? Who knows, they might come in handy later. And if not, we can take it as a souvenir. The Holy Blade of Narzissenkreuz. Go on with the help of the Holy Blade's power. My crab friends back? They're gone. They're at peace now. Guys, I did that entire section without murdering a single crab. Because I very easily could have been like, maybe I just have to kill the crabs. Pacifist run. We call that growth. Ooh. This also kind of reminds me of the theater as well. The theater underneath the Imaginarium Theater. Oh my gosh. Looks like the path leads downwards rather than forward. This is a really long descent. It's so creepy. Don't worry, Anne. Conry is really reliable and really good with the wind glider too. Ah, Paimon knows. You're worried about what might come afterward, right? Well, don't be. A real adventure is not only filled with challenges, but also with unknowns. The most important thing is to come back from completing those challenges and unknowns in one piece, and gain something in the end as well. Isn't that right, Conry? We've come this far. It would be a shame to give up now. True. I believe in you, Knight Conry and Paimon. You are wise and powerful, and you are also kind people. And ding ding ding! Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a, we have a winner. In that case, let's go. Ad Astra Abyssosk, as Catherine always says.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a.
Go down into the... Whoa!
Oh my gosh, that's not an arena whatsoever. Nope, not at all. Paimon feels like something should happen right about now. Did I just see the boss spawn in for some reason? I feel uneasy too, and I've been frightened ever since we came down here. No need to worry. Conry will protect us no matter what, right? Of course I will. Yes, I believe in the two of you. I just don't know what we will encounter later. We'll take anything as it comes. So best be prepared, Conry. We might be in for a battle with Narcissus for all we know. I almost got killed by seahorses. I think I will put Gramps back in the team. I almost got killed by 3 seahorses.
Dragon.
Oh, it's... Ow! What the...
Let's light it up!
Watch out! Yoo-hoo!
Where? Oh, hello!
Let the world collide! Going in!
Solidify. One of my kin!
Coming at ya!
Order guides you indeed.
My Zhongli's meteor is so weak.
Hiya! The show begins! Let my name echo!
Let's light it up! Adventure time!
Coming at ya! Aha!
Hello there. Oh, hello. Can I hit you? I cannot. Oh, I can!
Coming at ya!
So why did we meet Narcissus here? According to what we said before, the tower lost its time and thus stagnated. As such, no one could open it or enter it. But this space is not within the tower. We teleported to a different place from the tower. That's right. Paimon forgot that happened. But if that's the case... But how... No, that can't be true. The princess should be in this tower. I mean, that was the adventure team's only hope in this dark world. If she isn't, our adventures, their meaning... Al, Petit Cho, and the others. And... But we did take out the biggest threat to the kingdom, didn't we? That's a good thing, right? Yes, you're right, Paimon. Thank you. Thank you both. Anyway, story is not over. Yeah, look over there. There's a place we haven't been to before. Maybe we'll find more clues there, huh? This is a beautiful arena, though. This is a fireplace.
Everybody stand back.
At least it is now. Aw, damn. I thought on top of this would be a prime place for a chest or something. A secret chest. Cool door opening animations. Look, there's a ton of resources here. Stands to reason there's got to be some clues, right? But who knows how long it'll take us to look through it all. Rather aged records. Decided to incorporate the Institute for Raising Orphans and the Children of Criminals into the public welfare system. Considering the ruins of a previous civilization upon which it is situated, it shall be named... The seat of director was established in honor of the Hydro Archon's great virtue, and is to be kept on by a gentle-natured Oceanid. The title of vice director is to be taken up by one who displays exceptional moral quality and ability. The seat of director was established in honor of the Hydro Archon's great virtue, and has been taken on by a gentle-natured Oceanid. Rather aged diary, linking up with Ingold, Guillotine. Oh wait, Guillotine. Frick, I can't remember who Guillotine was though. We just heard about that during Aval's tour on the way over here. Elaine Guillotine. And what did he do? He created. It was Elaine Guillotine that created Clockwork Mecha, like AI, like was founder of the Research Institute. And the rest of the old gang will go some way towards solving the dispersion problem. This situation is no place for personal feelings, but what person can lack them completely? I can only hope that they aren't treating my dear old Sponsian too poorly, or let it rust in the harbor. And I hope my skills haven't rusted away either. I hope all goes well. I still want to watch the doe rise to the sounds of play outside the window. I still want to watch them grow into fine adults. Rather aged research. According to the ancient theater and mysterious research hidden here, we believe that the documents and folklore discovered within Petrichor, the research team from the Institute of Natural Philosophy holds that this was pre-Petrichor, wasn't it? This entire area wasn't yet revealed. Rather aged certificate. The duty will be taken upon by Basil Elton, former naval commander. May her steely temper be itself tempered by the family she will establish with these children going forward. What's this idiot thinking? Well, whatever. Might as well have some fun post-retirement. Well, the aged notes. 1 serving of flour, 1 of sugar, 1 of melted butter, 2 of eggs, a large amount of milk with which to make foam. Are you kidding me? What exactly is a large amount? Remember it well this time. 15 minutes at 180 degrees and not the same as 5 at 540. Correct. Doesn't seem like there's anything relevant. Let's look over there. Let's look over there instead, shall we? I can't sit. There's a book here too. A picture book, huh? It suits you, Paimon. Well, that's because of Paimon's unique sensibility, you know? Picture books just speak to her better. This book gives me a strange feeling. Let Paimon see. A long time ago, in a place far, far away, there was once a beautiful and kind princess named Lyris, and yep, she's our main character. Look how pretty this is. Look how pretty this is. Jeez. I don't want this name. That's not what you said before. Do you want to read it too, Anne? In that case, Paimon's going to continue. Ahem. Oh, come on. It's just a story. There's no need to be so fussy. Anyway, a protagonist needs an antagonist. An evil one at that. And our evil antagonist? Well, that's the dragon Narcissus. So evil is he that the peace-loving people tremble at the sound of his name. Not that he cares about their feelings, though. He sowed destruction across the land with the searing flames he spewed from his mouth. His great wings turned cities to dust, and his burning breath reduced nations to ash. At last, only the princess's realm remained safe. But because the princess worked tirelessly to defend her realm, Narcissus's plot to destroy everything could not succeed. So in Narcissus's story, I'm the evil villain. This is kind of weird. This started as a storybook, but it also feels like it isn't. Connor, you've got the bigger brain here. You have a look too. Huh? What? Did that just ding me up to AR-57? I think that just dinged me up to AR-57. It's been like 9 months since I started this game. Eee. All thanks to you guys. All thanks to you guys. I would still be figuring out vaporize reactions if not for all of your help. Huh? What? What is this place? Is this the real Anaposis? If she no longer dreams of you. Huh? It sounded like a goose again. Sorry, that's not that funny. Paimon wants to say that the book's contents are really weird, but it's really not much when compared to this, is it? The world should be like this, not like how it is outside. Children should be able to play under the sun and in the grass without fear of hindrance or harm. This place does feel pretty comfy, yeah. Paimon feels way better than she did back when we were adventuring throughout the kingdom. There was no sunlight there at all. Is that how it is? Never mind that, this place is really nice. It's gotta be Princess Lyris's garden, right? Say, Connery, when our adventures are over, why don't we find a place like this to live? We can eat tasty fruits, plant lots of sweet flowers, and we can invite our friends over as guests. We could all live together happily. What do you say? Let's put a pin in that for now. That's true. We've got to help Anne find the princess first, don't we? And we also have to find my fucking sister as well. Hide and seek, hide and seek. Where did Mary and her friends go? Huh? Sounds like someone's singing over there. Oh, that was singing. Okay. This is a teleportable place, isn't it? Oh my gosh, that is pretty. Holy. This is a teleportable place, isn't it? Is it not? Wow. They are really flexing their lighting in this on this place right now. In it. This is a teleportable place, right? Like I can come back here. Because okay, teleport. I'm just wanting to make sure that because this seems like a pretty good place to stop. We're at 2.5 hours, and my voice kind of needs a break as well right now. It would let you come back and finish the quest. How much more until I get to a really good stopping point? Like 15 minutes? Okay, let's just do that then. I anticipated this being opening up into another area, like what we like another 2.5 hours. Wow. Wait, I want a better pose from Anne. Oh, that was not the right. I salsa'd her. That was not the right voice for. Hide and seek, hide and seek. Where did Mary and her friends go? To a great sea without borders, to the place from which all lives. Whoa, wait. To a great sea without borders, to the place from which all lives flow? Why does that feel like a reference to Egeria's original sin? Hey there! Oh, hi. I'm sorry, I was just preparing some tea and didn't notice you. Come, sit. Snacks will be ready soon. Were you expecting us? Ooh, snacks! Yes, and ours are very good. But I must say this first. We can only start once the bell rings. It would be quite rude to do otherwise. Where are you from, by the way? Why, you are a fascinating combination, aren't you? A handsome young man, a small little oceanid, and your beautiful floating friend. Paimon's Paimon, and he's Connery. Huh, is it just Paimon, or does Anne look unhappy? She might have been reminded of something. Ah, and this oceanid is our friend, Anne. Oh my, a fine name indeed. In that case, please call me Marianne. Where did Mary and her friends go? My, what a pleasant surprise. It's been a long time since I've met someone from outside. Where are you from? Well, we're... Actually, Paimon's not sure either. We defeated the fell dragon Narcissus, and then we ended up here somehow. She said, where are you from? We could just say Tavat. The fell dragon Narcissus, you say? That must have been a frightening foe. Did you think so? In a manner of speaking, yeah, I suppose. In a manner of speaking. My, I've heard that Narcissus has hurt many, and he has turned many kingdoms to ash. Defeating him was an impressive feat indeed.
Oh, so you know about him too? Great. We're from the Narzissenkreuz kingdom, and we're looking for Princess Lyris. Do you know where we might find her? Princess Lyris, you say? I'm afraid I do not know. But she should be here. Is that the case, Anne? But I have lived here for a long, long time, and yet I have never seen any princess. Perhaps she might be somewhere else? Is that so? But before we came here, we read a book about that princess, and how she's beautiful and kind and stuff. I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with such a person. On the flip side, you, Conry, do look like quite a prince from a distant land. We hear the sound of a bell. Eh? Is it the bell? Yes, that's the signal for tea time. In the past, the children would throw down their wooden swords the moment they heard this bell, and they would come into the hall to have snacks. They're not here now, but I think it's best to follow the rules all the same. They'd be quite disappointed otherwise, I suspect. Well then, shall we? Don't mind if I do. Hooray, snacks! You and Paimon enjoy the snacks together. They look beautiful, but they're tasteless like pure water. How were they? What are you? Kind of rude to say 4 seconds after meeting someone, but... They were great, although Paimon couldn't really taste them. Are you on a low sugar diet or something, Marianne? My apologies, Paimon. I just made them as I remember them, so I'm not sure if they'll taste all that good. Oh, don't worry about it. At least Paimon's full now. Well, in that case, let me take you all out on a stroll. But why? The power of water is its ability to take the shape of Marianne. Everyone's in their blue aesthetic. She is wet. She just has the hydro element applied to her. This is a flower garden we've been painstakingly taking care of. Lovely, isn't it? I've heard Basil say that caring for children is just like caring for a flower. You need good soil, sufficient sunlight, frequent watering, and you can't let them grow however they want. Sounds like Basil is pretty smart. The music reminded me of something. In fact, we must get rid of pests from time to time as well. Actually, Basil sounds pretty dangerous too. She is very capable indeed. Making snacks, caring for flowers. She can do it all. It would be nice if I could introduce you to her. I've been caring for the flowers here all this time, in the hopes that some friends might come, and I might show them how they've bloomed. And, well, here you are. Well, it's a shame they aren't in bloom right now, though. Well, we just need to water them, and they'll be fine. Hide and seek, hide and seek. Where did Mary and her friends go? Suddenly I have a watering can. To the halls of the... Oh shit, I didn't read that. As the drops of water stain the soil of the garden black, the sunflowers spring forth from the earth, grow quickly, and bloom. Just like that. Aren't they beautiful? That was quick. Well, they've been waiting for friends to arrive after all. And with your arrival, they were so excited. All they needed then was a little encouragement and a little rain to get them going. Huh, so that's how it is. Nature really is amazing. I suspect this exceeds the realm of amazing. Do you like them, Anne? They're very beautiful, like gleaming gold. I knew you would. I love them too, after all. You're from a very, very far away place, aren't you, Conry? What sort of flowers bloom there? The flowers... Oh, the flowers Lumine wears in her hair. I bet if you were playing as Lumine, would she just say the flowers in my hair? Those do sound like lovely flowers, but I fear they'll be hard to find now. Conry,
Wait, hold on. But I feel they'll be hard to find now. Is that just in reference to the fact that my sister's missing? Or is that implying that his original homeland was destroyed in some way? Then let us speak of other flowers. I've always been in Fontaine, and I've never gone anywhere else. That said, a friend of mine has been to Sumeru. I heard from him that there are many flowers that can't be found here. Many flowers there that can't be found here. Those that grow in cliffs, ones that only open at night, some even grow on cacti. That's when I realized that there were no cacti in Fontaine, and had to give me a separate explanation. When he realized that there were no cacti in Fontaine, and he had to give me a separate explanation. He was always the serious sort, and he was the smartest of us when we were young. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. It must be a little too exciting for me meeting new friends like this. Well then, Paimon, have you seen any special flowers? Mondstadt's dandelions come to mind. Dandelions. Oh, do you have any of their delightful seeds with you? We might. Dandelions, bloom, bloom, bloom. Dandelion seeds can be indeed found on Paimon. Marianne happily plants them in the soil. Ah, yes. What sort of flower is a dandelion? Oh, Paimon thought you knew. Well, how should we put this? The dandelion flower is made of tiny white flowers, and these white flowers have seeds in them. When the wind blows, the tiny flowers will scatter along with the wind, and they will take root and sprout elsewhere, making new flowers. Cool, huh? Wow, they really are. I didn't know such a flower existed, but I have heard about something similar. Oh, what sort of flower is that? It's not a flower, but a story about water. In a certain place, there was a peaceful body of water. Later, with disturbance, there came ripples, and droplets appeared in those ripples, droplets that had life in them. This life left the water and turned into different forms. But though they were all made of water, gulfs opened between them due to these differences. Each drop of life was very weak, but each was beautiful, and it was beautiful in its own way. The dandelions you spoke of, Paimon, reminded me a lot of that story. A flower that was once united as one would be separated, would bloom, and each piece would become itself. But a single drop of water was weak and will dry up easily. Together, they will be strong, and yet they will no longer be themselves. Is that how it is with dandelions, too? Do you think that's a good thing? Paimon doesn't really get it. What do you think, Conry? They might be weak, but the distance is necessary. People can unite and yet maintain their personhood. True. It's true. Can they really? I think I understand where you're coming from, Conry. What you were talking about sounds like what happened to Al, Petit Cho, and the others. To help us, they melded into one, turning into that big bubble. Yes, I still remember. Well, it might be meaningless to say this now. Let's have a little walk again, shall we? Ah, yes, I can take you to see our dog. See if we got a dog? He's a silly dog who's always accompanied me, and that's also why he's my best friend. I don't like this. Things seem too nice here. I feel like Marianne's gonna morph into a monster any second now. This has that, like, creepy calm to it. I wasn't getting that feeling until the last conversation. Paimon doesn't see him, though. He'll come when it's feeding time. Since you're my guest, Conry, please do the honors.
Noble sir, it is an honor to receive food from you. A pleasure to see you again as well, Miss Marianne.
Oh, you good doggy. Good doggy.
And how do you do, dear little miss?
Well, thanks for being so polite and all, but, and what's going on? I don't know, but this can't be Mori. He has always kept me company.
Does this mean we've been in the wrong? Does this mean that we've been wrong all along about what dogs really look like? Yes, Paimon. I doubt it. Water can take any shape. The power of water is its ability to take any shape, and life can choose what form it must take. This, however, has nothing to do with its essence. That is a different matter. Didn't Al say something similarly weird? I've heard something similar said, that the body is a prison that restricts evolution. That person was once a child like all the others. We and many others heard him tell many stories about how all life was originally formless like water, and how there were no barriers between souls, thus allowing them to compose an endless story. Many have forsaken their bodies, for if water can be withdrawn from blood, so too can will be drawn out from one's form. But if you were to try to sprinkle water on the blackened dust that remains, it will not become blood again. Anne? I remember something, even though I really didn't want to. How much do you remember, Anne? I don't know. There's just this flood of feelings and scenes. Happy words and angry ones. I'm not sure. I understand. You go first, alright? And remember, be a good dog.
Understood. See you, Miss Marianne. See you, dear guests.
Oh, this is bad. The number of things that don't make sense just keeps going up. If we hadn't seen the dog, Paimon would have forgotten all that stuff already. Didn't we say we were going to rescue Princess Lyris? That's right. My apologies, but there's no princess here. Only us. Today we were simply fortunate to receive guests. But this is the end of the path. She has to be here. But Marianne said... So that's gotta mean that one of you is mistaken, right? Right, Connery?
Do you really want to hear what I have to say?
Of course. You've got the bigger brain here, don't you?
Paimon, all we experienced so far was just a story.
Wait, but didn't we team up with the Narzissenkreuz Adventure team to defeat Narzisse's henchmen? Wasn't that real?
Think about it for a moment, Paimon. Is there even a Narzissenkreuz kingdom amongst the 7 nations?
You're right. Paimon didn't think of that. So the adventure team, Al Petit Cho, Colonel Kate, Jack, Maury, the 2 of us and our adventures, they were all just characters in a story? No, that can't be. Paimon can't accept that. Didn't we encounter all kinds of stuff after going through the portal in the tower? There's a lot of stuff in there that wouldn't fit if it was just a story. You know, like how there was no holy blade mentioned at the start and how a sealed tower still had monsters and bubble formations inside it?
Paimon, I think I understand what Connery's trying to say. All the things that happened after we ascended the tower are things outside the realm of the story, is that right? More accurately, those parts of the story had not yet been written. Have not yet been written. All things that happened after we ascended the tower. All things that happened after we ascended the tower are things outside the realm of the story. Those parts of the story have not yet been written. So the Holy Blade, Narcissus, these were still inside the story. It's just that they had not been arranged correctly yet.
Paimon still finds it hard to imagine anyone who'd create such a huge building just for a story.
I believe the structure already existed. It was just used as the setting for the story. So that means the things I recalled along the way were just things that happened here before, and I'm just a character in a story? You're not merely a character. The fact that you can think about this means that you can remember it.
But if that's the case, who is Anne?
I am Anne. I must rescue Princess Lyris. Alright, Connery, Paimon, our dearest Anne. Our time is up. I enjoyed our time together, but I'm afraid it's time for you to leave. Why did you have to say it was fiction if you already knew? Spare a thought for Anne's feelings, at least. Your vision blurs and you suddenly feel weightless as the temperature of the once warm air plunges rapidly, as if you slip and fall into frozen waters.
What happened?
But... Shh. There's no need to say anything, Anne.
I once heard my best friend tell a story about a beautiful princess trapped in a high tower. Before you arrived, I had a dream. I dreamed that I was a small, brave Oceanid and we were out to save the princess. And perhaps there are princesses in this world and dragons too. But I also know that the world's affairs are rarely this simple. Why would a dragon be concerned with a princess after all? After waking up, I would find this dream laughable, yet nostalgic every time I thought about it. Do you remember now, Anne? No, there has to be some other way. If I can't save Princess Lyris, then what of my birth? My only wish? Do they have no meaning? Don't say that, Anne. Your birth was a beautiful accident. As things stand, I can only wish for you to live on for your own sake. Go, see the world, and see how it has changed these past years. Man, that is such a parallel to Focalor's message to Farina. Focalor's wish for Farina was her to live as a human as she wished they always could. Go see the world, see how it's changed these past years. I only wish for you to have your own soul, memories. Oh man, that is wild. That is a wild parallel between that. I only wish for you to have your own soul, memories, personality, and wishes, which is exactly what Focalor did for Farina. Oh, hello, Kawaii! Thank you for the raid. And this was in 4.0 as well. Hello, Kawaii. Thank you for the Sakura raid. Hello, Kawaii and Tim. Welcome. Everyone, go, if you haven't already followed Kawaii on her channel, please go do that. Please go do that. Support the fellow Nutty Buddies. This is before Act 5. So they foreshadowed Farina and Focalor. That is crazy. I wish for you to be the master of your own fate and to experience all the beauty of the real world. Can you do that for me? It was a pleasure to meet you, Connery and Paimon, and it was my pleasure to meet you too, Anne. But the Anapausis is our tomb. I do not wish for you to linger here. Marianne, why are you saying that? We can find a way to help you, can't we? I sense that you are good-hearted and powerful indeed. Thank you, Paimon, Connery. I'm just someone who sometimes enjoys dreaming of lovely adventures and wonderful futures. But I know what happened in the past. I already know that there is no going back. In the real world, everything has already ended. So, this is farewell. Oh! Okay, we're going. So was she one of the original Oceanids? Or no. Anne. I'm sorry, Knight Connery, Paimon. I had already started to feel that some things were off earlier in the adventure. As you led me off the story's track, I started to understand and recall some things. But I still want to rescue Princess Lyris. That is the reason for which I was born. I want to save her and bring this story to a happy end. I mean, I don't even know who she is. I only know that she is a gentle, lovely princess, trapped due to Narzissenkreuz invasion. Don't worry, Anne. At least we had fun while traveling with the adventure team, right? Connery, did you know that things would turn out this way?
No, I thought we could help Anne.
Oh. Well, if that's the case, we can still help Anne. Paimon didn't understand anything Marianne said there at the end. Did you, Anne?
I did, sort of. I could sense that she was speaking of something terrible that happened in the past.
Well, Paimon feels that's unfair. Not just to you, Anne, but to us too. That's why we gotta find out what happened, at least. If we do, we can come up with some sort of plan. Whether it be saving the princess or figuring out what Marianne said, or whatever, we just want to help you, Anne. Isn't that right, Conry?
This story isn't over, Anne. Okay.
Still, if this all is just a story, then there's one thing Paimon doesn't get. What role do we play?
Can't be sure, but I think we're most likely an accident, undefined factors. There's been a small. Oh, thank you for stopping by, Soth. Appreciate you. Good night. There's way too many questions right now. You'll learn more as the other through the other quests in this saga. There's been a small recurring theme throughout all of the Archon quests that parallels, as I've said multiple times, that the games that I came from immediately before trying Genshin 9 months ago was God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok. In God of War 1, 2, and 3, one of the recurring themes is that fate didn't count on Kratos. Kratos is a very powerful entity, not strength-wise, but metaphysically. Fate, it was fated that he would die, but he was stronger than fate. It seems like that's a very common thing in this as well, that Celestia, fate, Tevat's laws didn't count on someone like Aether. Either that, or it absolutely counted on him. That all of this is fated to happen, that he is baked into the story of Tevat. But sometimes it feels like the story of the Descenders falls outside of what Tevat's laws, what the universe, what Tevat's fate, what Celestia, what all of that was, what the intention was, what fate was supposed to be in Tevat. That the Descenders threw a wrench in that. This seems just kind of like a parallel to that in this story, us showing up is a factor that wasn't accounted for. And that's why we can bring an end to that's why we can bring this story to an end.
Paimon gets it. So that's why Anne found us and brought us into the story. You might not have thought about it, Anne, but since we've been able to knock this story off course, that means we've opened all sorts of unknown possibilities. Isn't that right, Conry?
You could say that.
It also is kind of that, like,
Egeria's, or Focalor's, the entire Fontaine prophecy was dependent on, was kind of dependent on the Traveler, but not really. Because Farina would have held out indefinitely. Her will was unbreakable. But the entire prophecy coming to its conclusion was dependent on the final trial. It was dependent on that final trial being the linchpin that triggered. It always had to end up that Farina that the Hydra Archon was left crying alone on her. The Traveler was needed for the trial, because Farina could have theoretically held out indefinitely. It did feel like we were the most inconsequential of all of the Archon quests, though. Like, we had the least amount of. We were watching things happen the most in Fontaine, whereas we had direct influence in all of the other Archon quests. You could say that.
Thank you, Knight Conry. Thank you, Paimon. That's why we also need your help, Anne. And since we need to continue our adventure, well, can you think of anything that would help us figure out what to do next? Let me think. My memories contain a place known as the Narzissenkreuz Ordo. This place appears to have very deep connections to past events. That's true. Narzissenkreuz Kingdom, Adventure Team, they seem connected all right. Do you have any idea where this Ordo might be?
No.
Oh, that's right. We're very experienced adventurers. If you need it found, we'll find it.
That was very short. Anne in Wonderland is the achievement. What are you looking at? What are you looking at, Farina? Bro, what are you looking at? Actually, with her focus being beheld to the ceiling,
Boring.
Farina...
Anything else more interesting to do?
With her looking upwards, that actually kind of goes hard. Hey, don't go into your idle animation. A rare moment of Farina like looking towards the skies was kind of fun.
What a pleasant surprise. Truly an extra slice of joy.
Oh, this popped us out in a very different place. I think I tried to hop down here before as well. Yeah, when we got this teleport, I was like, oh, what's down here? Huh. The teleport isn't there. You can't go back to the painting world. Damn, that's good. This was one of the first, my first exposures to Fontaine was this teleport, because this one opened after Modsat AQ or something. And I stood here looking at the crabs and the sand and looking at everything, and this is where I decided I don't want to see this before we're ready. It was right here that I decided that. And that's also why, despite me needing resources for Natlanese characters and wanting to continue more Archon Quest stuff, that's why I haven't gone into Natlan yet. I haven't gone to this teleport. I haven't gone through the tunnel. We haven't gone and like gotten bosses and stuff for Lanyan or Shilonen or anyone else, because I want to experience it for the first time when I walk through that tunnel on our way to the AQ. Excuse me. Well then, let's head back. Man, we're at 3 hours. I didn't think we were gonna knock out an entire first part of this. What percentage? How much did we get done? That felt like we made pretty good progress, especially for like for how I normally get distracted and everything. Felt like that was pretty good. Add ass. 10, 15, 20 maybe. Fuck, who knows? That was the story with the R&R quest. It's like, how far along am I? It's like, I don't fucking know. This quest is huge. Ooh. Oh, I got this bench. And I have some of these, and we have some of those. Let's go redeem those things. Okay, items forged, reputation reward, statue, and fountain, and then we will end there. I think tomorrow, frankly, I could do it now. This is a long VOD, but I really want to show you guys the new. The new gacha game that I've been enjoying. Maybe if you guys behave, because that's a. You guys have been behaving yourself, because this is a game that's going to need it's gonna need behaving squirrels. Babes and guns, yeah, girls, guns, and gotcha. How's my reputation doing? Whoa. He talks. Hello. He talked like that. I would expect him to talk like this. It is me, Sir Arthur of the Steambird. It is me, Sir Arthur, the Steambird. This is another moment of like wonder what my neighbors think when they hear me say stuff like that. They're just out chilling on their patio, just like enjoying the evening air, and all of a sudden they hear. But once again, if they could see these characters, they would bark too. I want to drop a meteor on birds one of these days. Things psychopaths have said. Scoopity boop. And that got me a crown that I definitely needed. Talking long term. Navia will probably be. Navia might be one of the few characters to get the honor of a triple crown from me. Navia, Beto, Arlecchino, Raiden. Those are the ones I can think of right now. Okay. Okay, I think that was it. That was everything. Let's end for today. I was thinking maybe I show you a little bit of Girls Frontline, but maybe we save that for tomorrow, potentially, potentiometer. Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, that'll do it for me. If you're not already in the Discord, and you're watching this live, or if you're on the upload, Discord's a great place to get the announcement of when I'm going live. I don't announce on Twitter anymore, or anything like that. So the Discord's where I announce when I'm going live, if there's any delays, stuff like that. If all of a sudden the stream cuts out, and I will tell you on the Discord if my internet died or my computer blue screened or what have you. So Discord, great place to hang out. Really awesome. Tomorrow we'll do more Narzissenkreuz, and tomorrow may actually I don't know. I was actually considering making tomorrow a wandering stream, more like a chill stream, wandering stream. I don't know. Again, I'll let you know in the Discord. But thank you so much. Let's get some nuts to round this one out, and I will see all of you next time. Thank you all so much. This has been a wild adventure, and we are nowhere near done. I'm super happy about that. We've been doing this for such a long time now. Like, we've been plowing through content, and it still feels like we haven't even scratched the surface of what this game has to offer. So, thank you all so much. Love you lots. Be good to each other. Bye-bye.